Good morning, everyone. Joey Antonelli here, and we're on the beach, and I waited for the sun to come up a little bit for a couple of reasons. First off, it's really hectic in the morning when I'm trying to get everything set up, and I don't really have time to film an intro. But we got 4 rods out right now. We got a bucket of Pompano. We're gonna do another surf fishing day for you, another surf fishing video with Pompanos. Also looking for whitings, permits, kind of anything else that'll come by, except bluefish. We don't like bluefish, but we're on the beach. We're fishing sand fleas, we're fishing fish gum, and it's gonna be another catch some fish and go sell them, I guess. That's what we're gonna do today. But a little lull in the action now. We'll get into the video for you. All right, getting started. Got my surf casting wallet. I got 2 rigs that need to be replaced before we go today. These are a bunch of rigs I've tied up. I put them in little bags when I tie them up at home, and then I put them inside the surf casting wallet. Keeps everything super organized. Shout out EBB Point Surf Casting. That thing has been a huge game changer for staying organized for me. We got 2 rods out right now. I got a couple rigs going on that got bluefish last time I was out. So we'll just sit that there for a second. That's upside down. I can't stress how important it is to be ready. You don't want to be sitting on the beach spending 5 or 10 minutes tying up rigs. Have those rigs pre-made, make them at home while you're watching TV, go buy them at the store, you do that. Whatever it is, just be ready for them. That way when you need to change out rig, it only takes 10 seconds like that. We'll slap a lead on there, and you're ready to rock and roll with rod number 3. Speaking of rod number 3, this is a Spudnik lead, and because rod number 3 is actually rod number 1, whatever rod number 1 is, I always say it's the furthest up current. So the current is coming from that direction, from the north today. So I'm throwing a Spudnik on the furthest north rod. That way it anchors, it's definitely not drifting, but it doesn't really look like the drift bad anyways. We got a little piece of fish gum going on each hook. I like that, especially with the frozen fleas. If they pick the flea off, you got some fish gum behind, but they'll also hit just the fish gum. So if you cast it and the flea's a little frozen and flies off the hook, you still got bait out there. So there you go, Spudnik 3-hook rig, blanched fleas, fish gum combo. It is out there. Fish number 1, fish number 1. Hooked up. Just like that, hooked up. This was the first rod I threw out there, so just blanched fleas on this. But I got the fish gum out now, and the rest will have fleas fish gum combo. But this is a beautiful looking day today. I almost didn't go fish today. Forecast is calling for it to be a lot windier, which it still might happen. At least we got a good morning out of it. Oh, did I just pull the hook? I think I just pulled. Nope, he's still there. He's running. Running to the south. Slowly running to the south. There's the Pompano run. There's the Pompano run. Running back to the north now. Felt like a really little fish at first, but now it feels a whole lot better. Uh-oh, that might be a bluefish. Is that a bluefish? Don't be a bluefish. Don't be a bluefish. Don't do that to me this early. It's a bluefish. That is not a good sign. Not how we want to start it. There we go. First Pompano of the day on the short rod. It's a nice little about 12-incher. I will take it to get started. No problem there. I have no idea how long that fish was on that rod. It was just a little slacked out when I checked it. For those who don't know what fish gum is, this is it. It's like this little, comes in strips, comes in a couple different ways now. But you cut pieces to whatever size you like. I usually do pieces about as thick as my thumb. And I usually use it in addition to bait, but especially when I'm whiting fishing, I'll use just the fish gum. But works for Pompano, comes in a bunch of different colors. Stays on the hook really, really well. And it's good stuff. All right, fish on, fish on. Coming at us. All right, we're tight. I saw the hit and then it slacked out, so that's why you gotta always be scanning. And I actually did see this one when it hit, but then it slacked out, so if I had looked down for another 2 or 3 seconds, I would have missed the hit and then just had to see the rod slacked out, which would look a little different. But that's why I use that heavy lead. Keep that hook in the fish while it's slacked out running in, and just pray it doesn't turn your rig into a disaster. This is feeling pretty Pompano-like. Maybe we got our bluefish blues out of the way in the beginning. If we could stack up a few Pompano pretty quickly, that would be nice. Feels good right there, feels good. Come on, be the right one. How's it went crazy right there in the trough? Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Right one, right one. That is on the fish gum flea combo. Right there, fish gum flea combo. Fish number 2. My fleas are still a little frozen. That's basically the fish gum flea combo I do right there with that little SaltX circle hook. We're gonna go ahead and fire this one out there. That was on a far rod, so we got hit once far, once close, so we'll keep splitting them up, covering both areas. And those 12-foot surf rods, they really get it out there. That's a 12-foot extra heavy Tsunami Airwave. I did a bait check on this one. We're gonna bomb that to the north a little bit, close in, and anchor it out there. Kind of more on that sandbar. There we go, that's that one we just threw to the north with the Spudnik on it. Threw it shallow, threw it to the north away from all our other rods, and it got picked up. And it is continuing to run to the north at a pretty good speed and in. So this is doing the signature pomp run right here. Look at that, he's blazing to the north. I mean, I know I had it going to the north to start with. Real shallow right there too. I'm right on the edge of like one of the cuts. All right, coming back this way. It was over the trough because there isn't really much of a trough right there. Yep, the pomp, I saw him. There you go, settle down buddy, settle down, come on in. Nice one, nice one. That's a solid one right there. Very solid looking Pompano. That was on another fish gum flea combo. So we're gonna get it set up right away, get that fish in the bucket, reset the Spudnik. Do it right, there you go, there's one, there's two, and that anchors it, and then those wires flip once it's tripped. That flea's pretty chewed out. All the way over to our bucket for fish number 3. It's coming in, coming in. Oh my god, that was so slacked out. There we go, we're tight on him now. There we go, there we go. Come on, shallow rod again. Shallow rod's doing better than the deep rod, it seems like. We got 2 and 2 right now though. 2 shallow, 2 deep. But we have 2 pompano on the shallow rod and 2 pompano on the deep rod. And what I consider shallow and deep is this side of the bar versus the other side of the bar. And you can tell where the sandbar is usually by where the waves are breaking. If the waves are really big, they'll break outside the sandbar. But a day like today where you see white water, that's the sandbar. This is a heavy fish, guys. Going nice and easy with them. Staying tight, working them right as he's in that trough area. And that's the other zone. The third zone's the trough, which isn't necessarily my favorite pompano zone. But when the whiting are here, I usually fish the trough a lot. This is a pompano. This is a good one. Looks like a pompano fin. It's a chunky pompano. That's a nice pompano. That's a solid one right there. That is a very nice, that's a 2.5, 3 pounder. That is a solid 2.5 pound pom. I'm gonna get some more fleas on here and get this back out. And you can see that fish gum stayed on there. I really like the fish gum the second cast. And the reason why is the way I hook fleas, I hook them underneath. And I like the fish gum pushed up against their bottom because to me, it looks like sand flea eggs, which fish really, really like. Fish gum's still on those two hooks, so we're just gonna replace one fish gum on the center hook, and maybe it'll get another pompano. And again, this is that shallower rod. I'm just kind of lobbing it out there. Just like that. Man, look at all those ducks up there. That's the short rod we've caught a few pompano on. I went and took the far north rod with the Spudnik, even though I like it on the upcurrent side, and I put it all the way down here. I just rotated my rods to get a little bit further this way because most of the fish were coming off this side. And there's a nice sandbar right out there where that wave's peeking up. So I kind of shifted everything down one rod. And now this is a far out rod, then shallow rod, then far out rod, then shallow rod. And I don't think you can see it on the GoPro, but there are thousands of ducks up there. That's crazy. What do we got? What do we got coming in? Got a little bit of sideways action to it. If I didn't know any better, I'd say this was our 5th pompano. Oh yeah, that's him. There we go. There we go, pompano number 5. This one just hit the water and it's back on. There we go. Make it over that rod. That's another pompano. Settle down the wave. It's a good one. That is a good looking bucket so far. Got to add them to the cooler. We got all 4 rods set up. And I gotta do a quick shout out to my dog with the bloody water thermos Yeti thing keeping me hydrated. Mr. Spurlock, Zach Spurlock, Spurlock Compass. The first step to catching these pompano is living in a house. And Zach will help you with that. Oh, we got us a chunker on. Picked up the rod and he was on it. As soon as it hit the water. As soon as I picked it up, checked the bait, there's a good fish on it. Osprey looked like it was gonna dive on it for a second. Oh, gotta go over. So the way I go over is I rotate the rod. There we go. That way the guides don't get stuck on the other line. Come on, be the right one, don't be a blue. Yeah, it's a pomp. Nice pomp, nice pomp. That is a nice pompano right there. There we go. I just went to unhook him. I thought there was nothing left on the hook, but there's the fish gum. Oh, let's go, let's go. Yeah, yeah. They're starting to pop back off. A little bit of a slow time there. There we go. That was really far out. That was as far as I could cast. Just on the other side of the bar. Oh, no, 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 no. Settle down, buddy. Settle down. Settle down. Settle down, settle down. With these long rods, it's easy to put too much pressure on them. I kind of keep them pointed at like a 45-degree angle. I fish a pretty loose drag, and if they pull, I'll definitely bow to them a little bit like people do for tarpon. And it's a small fish, so you can easily turn it and pull it. And if it's hooked, great, that's awesome. But if it's hooked by the skin of the lip, you'll just rip that hook out. So I err on the side of caution Unless we're in a firing hot bite where speed's a really, really big factor, then I'll just rip them in. So like, I'll play them out, walk the trough, or walk the beach, let them do their thing in the trough, and then use a wave, just like I do for surfing snook up the beach. So once they get right about there, I stop using the reel. Now it's all rod. Kind of like that. Let them take the wave, and then get a good little pull on a wave, and pull us a nice big one, nice 2-pounder, 2.5 pounder. So speed, speed, speed. Oh, where's that hook? Grabbing the fish gum. There you go. Pop the hook out, and we're gonna keep going. This is the Spudnik. Spudnik got thumped, and it was strong enough to trip it, which means it's not a little teeny baby whiting. Ooh, ooh, it's a good fish. Or maybe a twofer? I don't know. Very solid though, very, this is the strongest fish we've had today. Definitely the strongest fish we've had all day. Gotta hope he doesn't get tangled up in my other lines. I threw this one a little to the south, really far out. All right, we should be underneath everything else, and now he's coming in. So now it's not doing the 2 pompano thing. When there's 2 pompanos, I usually do stuff like that. It's a pompano, I just saw him. Could be a big one. Could be a really big one. I just saw the silver. Could be a nice 3-pounder. That's what we're looking for, is 3-pounders. This is definitely the biggest fish we've had on all day. Go easy, buddy. Oh, that's a good looking fish, come on. I hate those shakes in the shore breaker. Is that a permit? Looks like it had a really long black fin on top. Yeah, that's a permit. Settle, buddy, settle. We got us a permit. We got us a permit. Look at that permit. First permit of the season. Nice little permit. You can tell they got the black and orange on the fins. Black fin up top, a little different looking eye, darker fins. Colors vary depending on where you catch your fish, but that is a permit. There's your side by side. I actually got to let the permit go, so I gotta do that real quick because I'm got over a recreational limit. Direct Seafood, that's where these pomps are going. Definitely a good spot if you're looking to buy some fresh fish. Pompano, crabs, shellfish, oysters, all that stuff. I guess that's a shellfish. But that's where we're at, Direct Seafood. Not a ton, but we got a couple pompanos. Going to the people. Here we go, we're in the back. This is where the magic happens. All the fish, all the everything. Little pile of pompanos, and these will be available for people today. Come on in and get some pompanos.